Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another week of Angels and You, the show where we talk about angels, spirituality, self-care, and lots of other great things, as well as doing some angel card readings on air for week number 4 of Angels and You on CJMP 90.1 FM this evening. Whether you've come here on purpose or you just happen to tune your radio on at this moment, welcome. Thanks for being here with us. If you missed last week's show, I have made a SoundCloud page where you can go back and listen to the recorded version. You can find that link on my Facebook page, Angels and You, at facebook.com/angelsandyou333. I will be posting that after the show, as well as when I'm actually able to post the podcast up there. Also, happy February. The first month of 2017 has absolutely flown by, and now we are here in the shortest month of the year, the month of love. I know a lot of people out there are like, ugh, Valentine's Day, and they think that it's a yucky commercial holiday, but truly it is one of my favorites, simply because I think that there should be more days of the year where we celebrate love for one another, ourselves, and our family and friends. It's not just all about the chocolates and the hugs and the teddy bears, but that certainly does help. Speaking of love, huge thumbs up and so much gratitude to the folks here at CJMP for putting me on air, believing in my ideas, and never telling me that I'm a weird person. If you love community radio and you love listening to CJMP, please consider becoming a sustaining member. CJMP is completely volunteer run, and everybody really puts their heart and soul into their shows each week and into the work that they do around the station to keep this place running. If you have a few extra dollars lying around, you love community radio, and you want to continue listening to great programming 7 days a week, go and check out cjmp.ca to find out more information about how you can become a member. You can also email membership@cjmp with any questions. Okay, so a quick recap for you if this is your first time turning into Angels and You here on CJMP. I'm Liz, and I am the host of Angels and You, and also the, leader of a growing Facebook community, and now a radio show, what the heck, where we talk about angels, spirituality, self-care, and much, much more. I am an angel card reader, angel intuitive, among many other things. I usually wear several different hats at any given time. I've been doing angel card readings for many years, but over the past 2 years, it's really transformed into something much more than just a fun hobby that I like to do with my friends. It makes me really happy to share a card each day on my Facebook page, and a message from the angels, and to know that I am helping to bring light to what can sometimes be an utterly dreary world. Am I right? My mission here on the radio is to spread that same light and to help open up the channels of communication within our community and beyond. I want to break down the walls between what is weird and what's normal, and I also want to help bring light, support, and resources to everyone around us who needs it. Each week I will be talking about some different topic related to spirituality, self-care, and wellness, as well as reading out a list of resources from around town from what I like to call the Mind, Body, Spirit calendar. And also doing a weekly reading for everyone who is listening for a bit of a forecast about what our next week will look like, as well as some short readings on air for anybody who wants to call in. So we'll be doing those readings in the last half of the show, probably 8:40 on. So if you want to have a reading, get your phone ready. I will let you know when to call in. So, to start our February shows off, this week I wanted to have a special guest on air who will be calling in shortly to join us. I can talk all that I want, but I think that it's awesome and very beneficial for others out there to hear different perspectives, and to know that as they travel along this journey of light and spirituality, finding themselves, they aren't alone regardless of whatever they have been through in their life. I thought for our topic this week, we could talk about something that all of us have experienced at one time in our life, and that is addiction. The definition of addiction by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary online is the quality or state of being addicted, or the compulsive need for and use of a habit-forming substance, such as alcohol, for example, and it's characterized by tolerance and withdrawal. More broadly, addiction is a persistent, compulsive use of a substance that is known to be harmful. I'd like to add at this point that the thing about addiction is that it's not just as narrow as being addicted to drugs or alcohol, but you can also be addicted to food, other types of substances, and certain activities like video games, working out, etc. In an ideal world, we aim for balance, everything in moderation, of course. Addiction is when a certain behavior surpasses that. A lot of people that I've met who are on a spiritual journey or who I've done readings for, and even people who I meet through my day-to-day life, have struggled with something to do with addiction or are currently struggling. Often it stems from deep anxiety or issues with depression, self-esteem, family life, or how current circumstances are going. Rarely does anyone who falls into these addictions or addictive behaviors truly want to be there. The addiction is more like a crutch for whatever is going on in their life that they don't know how to handle. It's a quick fix, it's a quick band-aid to slap onto something much bigger. And as a part of their journey, they are learning about themselves and the light within themselves as a way to heal their body and mind and to find that inner balance and inner peacefulness. Not to mention finding those tools and those strategies that help them further their journey to health and light, maybe even feeling drawn to help others around them as a result of that. Using the knowledge that they've learned about themselves and their own journey, they are able to touch the lives of others and help them see their true potential, being who they are and what they truly want to be. So keep in mind that when I'm talking about addiction here, or we're talking about it with our guest tonight, it refers to a much broader scope than just drugs and alcohol. The stereotypical thoughts of addictions in people bring forward thoughts of like junkies or druggies, things that you would see on East Hastings in Vancouver. And I feel like that stereotype is something that needs to be kind of abolished because it's just simply untrue. Like there are a lot of people out there that function through their addictions. You'd never know the difference. And there are others who live their addictions fully because we as the people around them tend to overlook certain behaviors like overeating, spending too much time at work, or working out excessively because it's no big deal because those are things you're supposed to do, right? Again, it's all about finding balance in your life in all aspects. Now, I totally understand that's often way easier said than done. However, it all starts in recognizing it in yourself and then deciding to make that change, however and whatever it may be. Okay, so let's move on to the meat and potatoes of our show this evening. Our special guest that we will be talking with tonight about addiction and spirituality and that journey toward the light is my longtime friend and past roommate, Haley. Haley is an amazing person, a firm believer in angels, and has her own version of spirituality, and she's on her way to becoming an addictions counselor. And she's doing this so that she can help more people find the light within themselves and most of all love themselves for who they are. She is a lover of the angel cards and angel card readings, and if you have been tuning into Angels and You Radio from the beginning, I even mentioned her in the first episode, talking about our time in Vancouver and how that kind of sparked a journey of my own with doing angel card readings and bringing them to bigger and brighter platforms. Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be here talking to you on the radio if it wasn't for her. So, without further ado, hey Haley, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. This is so cool.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
Pretty good. Oh, okay. So I guess we could just start with, tell us a bit about yourself. Yeah.
Broad question.
Yeah, just in general.
But my name's Haley. I'm 22 years old. I live in Vernon. I've been here for 2 years now after moving back from Vancouver. I've got a twin sister named Nevada, and the most wonderful parents I could ever ask for. I work full-time with a shipping company, a major shipping company. I'm a customer service rep there. And I'll be starting school as a social worker, and then I want to move on to addictions counseling.
Oh, that's so cool. I think that's so awesome that you want to do that. Mm-hmm. It really seems in line with, like, you know, where your heart is and what you want to do with your life,
oh,
you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So nice.
What can I say? All right, so we'll just jump right in then, I guess. Can you tell us a bit about what inspired you to want to become an addictions counselor? Like, were there any major experiences in your life or events that shaped that desire to help others for you?
Yeah, I think the main driving force behind wanting to help other people with their addictions were my own struggles with addictions. I've had an issue with substance abuse, and I've been in consistent recovery for my eating disorder over the course of about, 7 years now. It's definitely shaped who I am, and watching other people struggle and feeling that struggle in myself after I got sober just kind of made me realize, you know, it's probably the hardest thing someone can go through, and if I can bring light to somebody, that's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm. For sure, just reaching out that hand of experience so that people can relate to you, right?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think, like you said, no matter who it is, everyone's been touched by this. Mm-hmm. And now that I think as the world is changing, it's not so taboo anymore to talk about. People talk about it, and people want to get involved. And like you said, it's not just people living on the streets. There's functioning addicts everywhere. I was extremely high functioning when I was using, and it's difficult, you can't place somebody in a box as saying, oh, the only addicts are the ones that live on the streets.
Totally. There are all kinds of people who struggle with these things, and even if it's not them personally, like they know somebody, they know a brother, they know a cousin, or, a friend that's going through that, right?
Absolutely.
It's a tough one, for sure.
It is.
So, not to pry too much, but can you tell us a bit about, what were the lowest moments for you? Like, did you know that there was a moment that you knew that going toward your spirituality and the light was the way that you needed to go? Like, was there any defining, shining things that stick out in your mind?
Absolutely, yes. Actually, kind of strange how it happened. I was living with my ex-girlfriend at the time. I was in a pretty rough relationship, and it was probably the lowest moment, and the lady that lived next door to us actually came to our door and for Christmas gave me this old deck of used angel cards. And I'd used them before with my good friend Sydney. She's the one that introduced me to them, but I was holding this deck in my hands, and I just knew that it was a sign that if I followed some guidance that I would be able to get out of the situation. So I started doing them every day, and it led me towards eventually getting out of that situation, moving back home with my parents, and bettering my life. Yeah. And it comes back and forth in stages, but I definitely think that without it, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have the job that I have. I wouldn't be consistently rebuilding myself.
For sure. Oh, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever heard that story about the angel cards from the neighbor.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment in my life where I just knew that something was watching over me. Something wanted me to change my life. And I remember one particularly horrible night. I was laying in bed, and I was all alone. I felt so sad, and I just prayed. And I was praying for Archangel Michael, and I felt almost like an embrace. It felt like there were wings wrapped around me in my bed. And in that moment, I felt so safe and so peaceful, and it was that day that I decided that I needed to get sober and change for the better, and I've never looked back.
And here you are today.
And here I am today.
That's awesome. So tell us a bit about how your journey to a more spiritual and grounded place got started from that point then. Tell us a little bit about what your views on the universe and the angels are like nowadays as compared to what they were then.
Well, from the moment that I felt that, I just knew that there was something with me, and I started exploring it more and more. My good friend Sydney, she's very spiritual, and we started doing card readings more and more, and I started reading books about the law of attraction, and not even necessarily spiritual books, books that had to do with self-love, and it evolved, I guess, from there. It hasn't really stopped since then. I've just continued to grow and know that something's with you all the time. I mean, as far as angels go, I do believe that everyone has their guardian angels, be it a family member that stays with you or a select angel that's specific purpose is to guide you. I believe that the universe is with you no matter what. Call it God or Buddha or Allah or whatever you want. Higher power is always with you, and it wants the best for you. I believe that we attract things to ourselves. Not to say that the bad things that happen to us are meant to happen, but on the same token, I feel that they are meant to happen. I think that there are lessons in life that we have to learn. Our souls are put here for a specific purpose to evolve. So when something bad happens, it's not necessarily getting mad at the universe, nor is it getting mad at yourself for attracting it to you, but knowing that everything happens for a reason and for a distinct purpose.
Exactly. And that's awesome. That's something that I talk about a lot on my show here is, like everything happens for a reason and we all have a higher power watching over us at all times, whatever that means for you, right? Like it could be God, it could be Buddha, it could be the universe, it could be the source. It doesn't matter what sounds good to you. It's about finding what feels good, right?
Oh, that's exactly. And I think at the end of the day, no matter what we call it, even if something is higher power, at the end of it's love. Mm-hmm. The driving force of everything in life is love, and if you can find that love and follow it, your world will improve immensely.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. So did you find that exploring that spiritual side of yourself was a big part of the healing process for you and for others around you, like from your personal experiences?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I never went to meetings. I didn't do the AA meetings, but I have the book. I read the book, and I did the 12 steps in my own way. Mm-hmm. And they are spirituality-based, and I guess it just kind of, I mean, when you feel like there's something with you and helping you and wanting the best for you, it's really hard to ever feel alone and want to give up. Mm-hmm. So it definitely, like, without that, I don't believe, like I said, that I would be where I am today. Mm-hmm. I think it did help my family members, too, and everyone that watched me struggle. And from it, I mean, I broke free of a relationship that was very toxic for me. Mm-hmm. I broke free of using substances that, again, were very toxic for me, and that, in turn, helped my family heal. Mm-hmm. It is a constant journey, and it's not something that just goes away. Mm-hmm. But I think that, like I said, knowing that you have something that loves you unconditionally is imperative to healing.
Totally. It's just like someone to talk to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know that self-care and loving yourself has been a big part of your own journey and your goals to help others as well. So can you share with us some of your favorite self-care tips or things that you do in terms of your own self-care? Like what do you do when you find yourself kind of falling into that dark place a little bit?
Absolutely. Well, one of my favorite sayings is you can't pour from an empty cup. Mm-hmm. And I find especially light workers, such as yourself and myself, it's easy to give. Mm-hmm. So easy to give and stretch yourself so thin to a point where you have nothing to give back to yourself. So when I'm feeling stressed or just overwhelmed by people, as I often do, my number one go-to is a bubble bath. Lavender Epsom salts, maybe like put Netflix on and just relax in the tub for a good hour.
And this is why we're friends.
Exactly. Like baths are my most important thing. All my friends know at least 3 times a week I have a bath, and they know 8:30 comes, I'm having a bath, leave me be. And that's just something that I need to do to take care of myself. It's even something as simple as going downstairs to read a book when I just need some space. Mm-hmm. I love hiking and nature walks. I find them to be, like, being outside is so, so beautiful. And you need that vitamin D, right? So that's something I like to do. I love studying things and, working out in moderation, I find helps. It gets all of those wonderful, healthy, positive chemicals, your serotonins going, your endorphins are going, and it's not only improving your physical health, but it definitely improves your mental health. You can get your aggression out. If you're feeling angry, try kickboxing. Mm-hmm. Pretend that put your problem in a objective form and punch it. It heals, and that's usually what I do. And I get my hair and nails done quite regularly.
Oh, nice.
I think that treating yourself is really important aspect of healthcare, or self-care, as well.
Totally. Getting all that good blood flowing, taking care of yourself, making yourself feel pampered in whatever way is good for you, right?
Exactly. And I mean, I do have my Reiki one, so I try about 30 minutes every night before I go to bed. I give myself some energy work just to flush out any negative energies that I've absorbed for the day and prepare myself for the next.
For sure. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about Reiki and what Reiki consists of?
Absolutely. So Reiki is healing with your hands. It's drawing the life force energy that is around and concentrating it to help heal a person. The way my master described it to me, when you fall and scrape your knee, what's the first thing you do? You put your hand over it. Every single person has the capability of doing Reiki. It's not only for clairvoyants or psychics or, it's universal. And drawing that life force energy in, some people feel heat, some people feel tingling. It's a touchless massage. On myself, I do touch the chakras that I'm focusing on. Generally, it's my heart that I focus on, but you work your way down. There's different hand positions. Level 2 gets into symbols, and you can do distance Reiki, which is cool. I haven't gotten there yet, but it's bringing all of the energy that's all around us. Everything is made of energy, and it's bringing that healing energy to help you.
It helps the practitioner as well as the person receiving the treatment, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And I find when I do it on others, it's almost like a intoxicating feeling that I get. I can feel the energy moving through me, and it's so satisfying to know that it's almost unfathomable to me, but I'm helping somebody. Yeah. And that to me is just, it's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, and that's very cool. You got to do what feels good for you, right? Finding those things that help you work through the feelings that you're having, and that's so awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's see here. Okay, good question here for you. So how long exactly have you been working with the angel cards and like energy work like that? When did that kind of start for you?
I was first introduced to it in grade 12, at the end of grade 12, so 2012.
Okay.
It was my very first time seeing it, and I was drawn to it. I thought it was so cool. I've always loved the idea of tarot and the idea of oracle, but I'd never done it. And being introduced to it for the first time, and I had an amazing reading. And the people that I was with, we sat and we talked about it, and it was very open, connecting type experience, and it was wonderful, and I've carried it on since 2012, so almost 5 years now.
And now you have a collection of decks.
And now I have a ridiculous amount of decks. Yes, some get more love than others, but I try to. I've got a deck that I like to use on other people. I have my own personal deck. I still have the deck, my very first deck. I don't use that one too often anymore. It's very old.
And what was the first deck that you owned?
It was Messages from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue.
Oh, cool! I have that one as well.
Yeah. It's that one is very special to me. And then I was gifted my second deck, which was Daily Messages.
Oh yeah.
Or Daily Guidance from Your Angels. That one I keep on my desk at work. And I'll do a card reading at my lunch.
Oh, nice.
Just to see where I should take the day. I always try to start the day with, okay, how am I going to impact somebody's life today for the better? Be it helping them solve a problem that they have, or even just being there to talk. And I think that helps. I have a series of decks, and I just recently bought a tarot deck.
Oh, yeah.
Still trying to get the hang of that, so it's a little more complicated than the oracle cards.
Yeah, there's usually twice as many cards in the tarot decks. In case any listeners out there don't know the difference between oracle cards and tarot cards, the oracle cards usually have anywhere between 40 and 50 cards, where tarot decks are closer to 80 usually, so they are quite a bit more of a deck to hang on to.
They're very large, and interpreting the different suits that they have, and it's different. I'm learning, but it is. I definitely recommend for anyone that wants to start using cards, I'd go with the oracle first.
For sure.
Just because they're a little more, for lack of a better term, user-friendly.
Yeah, they're more user-friendly, and the oracle cards generally, they cover like the hopeful spectrum of emotions, the happiness, the healing spectrum, whereas the tarot cards can sometimes cover all emotions, like including sadness and sorrow and stuff like that too.
Absolutely.
For sure. Oh, so cool. Tarot cards are so cool. Oracle cards are so cool. And I love the idea of having the cards at your desk at work and just pulling a card every day just to see how your day can go.
I've got that, and I do have it's a really cute calendar. I found it at a garage sale for like $3. It's a Doreen Virtue Daily Guidance calendar.
Oh, cool.
too. So I love reading that message at the beginning of my day. You know, I think starting it with something positive definitely impacts your day and makes it a lot easier to carry on.
For sure. So if there's anybody out there listening who's maybe been thinking about experimenting with the angel cards or the oracle cards, just go online and order yourself a deck and just see how you feel, you know, shuffling them through your hands and see what cards that you pull and kind of go from there. Maybe you could put it on your desk at work too and give that a try. Okay. So Haley, what advice would you give someone who is in a dark place, striving to find the light through spirituality?
Well, keep going.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started, and I still have a little bit of anxiety with it, I don't open up to new people about it. I'm learning to, but there's this, I guess, stigma around it that you're like a witch, witch, or that you're crazy. There's kind of one or the other, right? And black magic and stuff. But I think that finding out for yourself what works for you is the best thing. You know, anytime that you're in a dark place, number one, reach out. You know, reach out to someone. Find someone. Maybe you have a friend that likes doing cards, or maybe you have a friend that goes to church. You know, everyone knows somebody that has an aspect of spirituality in their life. And I'm not saying make it the be-all, end-all. But if you're in a dark place, reach out to someone that you trust, because chances are the person that you choose or that you're guided to will be the right fit to help you through the dark time.
For sure. I totally agree with that too. Definitely reaching out for help to whoever you trust, right? Whoever has a tidbit of knowledge that might help you to take the next step forward, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, even if no one is ever truly alone, but if you feel that you can't reach out to anybody, you know, online forums, do some research. Reach out. There's tons of web pages. Go to Angels and You on Facebook. Liz listens.
This is not a paid advertisement.
No, this is not a paid advertisement, but I'm serious. There's always someone that you can reach out to, and you're never, ever alone.
For sure. And especially your angels, too. You know, you can always call out and just say, angels, I need help finding out what my next step is. Angels, I need help with this problem I'm dealing with. Angels, I don't want to be addicted to this anymore, you know?
Absolutely.
They're just waiting for you to reach out and help, right? So would you say that connecting with your angels and finding your own spirituality on your own terms, of course, is something that's beneficial for somebody who's struggling to beat an addiction or some kind of self-care downward spiral?
Well, absolutely. Even if I think anyone looking to even just improve their lives would benefit from it. Again, I'm not saying that this is for everyone, because spirituality takes different forms. And that's the thing. You know, I was raised not necessarily religious per se, but we went to church, and it's not something that works for me. You know, I've never really been particularly good with rules. So that didn't go over for me with let's go every Sunday. Works for some people, it didn't work for me. So doing it on my own way helped a lot, because I didn't feel constricted by this is what you're supposed to do. You know, and it connected me on a different level too, because I did it on my own. But no matter what route you take, even if you do go to church on Sundays and it's working for you, keep at it. You know, but everybody needs something to believe in.
Yeah, they need to find their own outlet, whatever feels good for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, so our last question here tonight for you. What are your final sort of end goals or dreams when it comes to helping others with addictions and self-love? Like, what can you see yourself doing in the future?
Well, I'm going to start out as a social worker, but the end goal is to be an addictions counselor. I want to have my own private practice.
Cool.
I'd love to work as a guidance counselor in a high school at some point in time, because that is, in certain aspects, the hardest time of your life. I think helping, even if I can just help one person see the light within themselves and realize that they are enough. And, I mean, coming from where I was to where I am today, like, it's black and white. And I feel so blessed that I want to carry on that blessing to somebody else that really, truly needs it. If I could help everybody, I would. But one person at a time, one day at a time, right?
Exactly right. And you definitely have that, that personal empathy, and that, you can relate with people who are going through those struggles, and you can, share with them your experiences and how you came to a better place that felt better for you and your family and your friends.
Absolutely. Well, and that's what it is, as we were saying, not only one person is affected by it. Every single person that an addict is around or that's surrounded by someone that has an addiction is affected by it. And it's a ripple effect of healing as well. So I think that just finding your own path, and when you get sober, you find out what your dreams are and what you want to do. A lot of addicts end up becoming counselors for it, because you know what's up, you know what it's like. So just, I encourage everybody to follow their dreams and do what you want. Totally. Because the last couple months especially, I've definitely learned that life is so precious.
It definitely is.
If not now, then when?
Exactly. So if you're out there and you're struggling with an addiction or any kind of, abuse of anything, you can reach out. Reach out to somebody that you trust and talk to them about it. Reach out to your angels. There are lots of people out there that love you and support you and want you to be feeling better and feeling like you're the best version of yourself. So don't be afraid. It's okay.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Haley, for agreeing to come on air and talk with me tonight and talk to our listeners about your experiences and your goals and dreams for a bigger and brighter future. You will have to come out to Powell River for a visit sometime.
Yes, I would love to, and thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I hope who's ever listening, I hope this made your day just a little bit brighter.
Well, thanks for calling in, Haley.
Thank you, and take it easy.
I will. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night, eh?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Wow. So what a great and inspiring chat with my lovely longtime friend and future addictions counselor, Haley. In times like these, I think we can all benefit from uplifting talks and just thoughts about how opening ourselves up to our own form of spirituality and self-love can be very helpful when it comes to overcoming not only addictions, but everything else, and just finding a more balanced type of life for ourselves, something that feels good in our hearts. Okie dokie. So, that being said, dear listeners, we have reached in the point in the show here where I will read the Mind, Body, Spirit resource list. So each week on Angels and You Radio, if you haven't tuned in before, I share a list of what I like to call the Mind, Body, Spirit resource calendar. It's a list of things that I have compiled from doing research about what's available to us here in town. On that list are things like local health practitioners, yoga, meditation, and other spiritual resources. I would love to add some local events to this list if there's anything going on, and that brings me to my next point. If you're out there listening and you have some kind of local business, you're an energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of event, community, or organization that you think could benefit from a bit of free advertising and attention here on the radio, please send me an email at angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com, or you can send me a message directly through my Facebook page, which is Angels and You on Facebook. I would be more than happy to add you to that list that I will read here each week on air. I really want to help enrich and grow our spiritual community here in Powell River and help people know that there really is support available for them in all shapes and forms, no matter what kind of support you are looking for. I want to help really just bring us all together so that we may be an even brighter and stronger source of light for our world, and to spread happiness and love with even more strength than we ever have before. Woohoo! So, if we can break down the walls between what is considered weird and what is considered normal, I believe we can be a stronger community and help one another live better lives. So again, if you are a local energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of event, community, business, or organization that you think can help people grow mind, body, and spirit, please send me a note to angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com or message me on Facebook at Angels and You to have it added to the list that I will read on air each week. So without further ado, we will hop over to our list here. Okay, so first on the list is the Encounter Center, and this is located down at 4685 Marine Ave, sorry. So this is a spirit cafe. So there they do spiritual readings, dream interpretation, peace treatments. It's 100% free for you. So they do these the first Friday of the month, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and the third Saturday of the month, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And also located at 4685 Marine Ave is Open Door Healing Rooms. So they are using the power of prayer for healing all physical, emotional, and spiritual ailments or needs. And this is also 100% free for you. They do this on Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as well as 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Through Open Door Healing Rooms, they do have hospital and senior facilities available Wednesdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. They have a Sly Ammon Healing Room, which is Wednesday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And they also do Sozo Deep Inner Healing available by appointment. They do mobile visits as well. So if you want some more information or to find out more, you can contact the Encounter Center at gmail.com for any questions or inquiries about their services, or you could pop down to their location at 4685 Marine Ave. They have some great big signs in the window that let you know all the information that you need to know. Next on our list here, we have a artist included this week. So are you looking for some spiritually inspired art for your home? You might want to check out local artist Catnip on Facebook for custom paintings and artworks inspired by angels and higher beings, channeling through the higher realms to create art that is full of love, light, and color. And Catnip does custom artwork for your home, murals, and anything else that you can possibly think of. So contact Catnip on Facebook for more details or to share your ideas for custom commissions. Next on our list, we have the Spirit Wind Healing and Energy Therapies. So they do Reiki, ARC, bodywork, aura testing, and more. And you can contact Sandra McLean at 604-487-4274 or check out the website www.spiritwindhealing.com. These treatments are also available with Sandra at Vitality Natural Wellness Clinic, and that is unit number 5 at 4603 Marine Ave. You can give them a call at 604-485-6161 if you have any more questions, or you could also email Sandra directly at spiritwind@shaw.ca. Next, we have the Blue Lotus Holistic Healing. So they do Swedish and deep tissue massage, shiatsu, and reflexology and Reiki. And they're located at 6804 Alexander Street. You can find them online at www.facebook.com/Blue Lotus or give them a call directly at 604-414-5991. Next, we have Illuminescence. So this is Reiki, life coaching, meditation, healing, yoga, and much more. And Illuminescence is offering services in the privacy of your own home to help you unleash your creative potential, supporting personal growth through consciousness, intuition, and an understanding that everything is connected. So if you want some more information about that, you can email Kelly at illuminescence.ca or check out the website at www.illuminescence.ca. Next on our list, we have some meditation. So boost your health and happiness with meditation at the Powell River Recreation Complex. Each week explores a different type of meditation. It's a 4-week registered program, and that takes place Monday nights from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It covers the main styles of meditation, such as guided meditation, visualization, sacred sound, chanting mantra, breath meditation, mindfulness, and insights into stillness. To register or to find out some more information about this, you can call the reception desk at the Powell River Recreation Complex at 604-485-2891. Next, we have some Powell River Yoga Garden, and this is at the Powell River Academy of Music. And this is the home of therapeutic yoga. So therapeutic yoga is great for those who are living with injury or recovering from illness. All ages are welcome here. It's very calming for your mind, body, and spirit for an overall healthier you. So to learn some more, you can contact Penny Gelber at 604-223-0421 or email penny at pryogagarden.ca. For further information, you can go ahead and contact the Powell River Music Academy at 604-485-9633. If you want to email, if you're a little more computer savvy, you can email info@powellriveracademy.org. Next, we got a little bit more yoga here. We got the Nourish Yoga and Wellness Studio, inspiring people to live a healthy lifestyle by offering a holistic approach to wellness. So they have 2 studios available in town for yoga, dance, fitness, and more. You can call 604-485-2576 or check out them online at their website, www.nourishstudio.ca, or find them on Facebook, facebook.com/nourishstudio. And you know, even if you don't particularly feel like venturing out, there are so many resources available to you through Facebook and through the internet. There are all kinds of pages, communities, forums that you can join and speak to with people from all over the world, no matter what you're going through, and they will know exactly what you're talking about. All you have to do is search what kind of group you're looking for and sift through the results. Happy interneting! Okay, what a great list. Again, if you are a local energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of event, community, business, or organization that can help people grow mind, body, and spirit, please send me an email at angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com or shout me out on Facebook at angelsandyu. I would love to hear from you. Also, please feel free to email or message me with any questions that you might have about Angels and You Radio, or suggestions about what you'd like to hear me talk about in the future on air. So, as well, each week on Angels and You, I do a weekly oracle card reading for everybody listening, asking the universe and our angels what we need to know for this upcoming week. So, after we do our weekly reading, we will start taking calls for angel card readings on air after we've finished up. So we'll go ahead and do our reading for everybody listening, no matter where you're at in the world. If you'd like to call in for a reading of your own after we've done the weekly reading, the number here at the station is 604-485-0088. Again, it's 604-485-0088, and I will give you the go-ahead to call in after the weekly reading has concluded. So the angel oracle cards are kind of cool because they work by the law of attraction, meaning that the vibration of myself and everyone who's listening will influence the results of the cards that will come up for this week. So I choose them based on my intuition after shuffling what I think feels good, and sometimes the cards even fly right out of the deck. So this week, I am using the Romance Angels Oracle cards, and I think I'm going to use this deck for all of February because this deck is all about romance, it's all about relationships, but not to worry if you're not in a romantic relationship. This deck is also for friendships, family relationships, basically just love of all sorts and kinds. So don't worry, not just for coupled up people here. Self-love is really important too. Okay, so as I'm shuffling these lovely cards here, let's all tune into our thoughts and focus on getting the answers that we need and being open to whatever God and the universe want us to know at this time. So dear universe, dear angels, please come and join us now for this angel card reading that we are doing for this next upcoming week. I'm going to go ahead and choose 3 cards here. 1 card for Monday and Tuesday, 1 card for Wednesday and Thursday, and 1 card for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, I've drawn our first card for Monday and Tuesday. Okay, and I've got Wednesday, Thursday. What do we need to know for the weekend, Romance Angels? Okay, and we've got the weekend. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip over Monday, Tuesday. So our first card is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this card can mean a lot of things. So whether you are, just feeling kind of mushy because it's February and it's Valentine's Day and you're, feeling a little more cozy with your partner, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to get romantic, and you don't have to listen to people who tell you that it's cheesy, Like, if they think it's cheesy, you can just go find someone else to be cheesy with, right? And it's a real feeling, that romance that you feel for somebody. And I feel like this card can also mean just having loving feelings toward your family and your friends in general. It's a good thing to go and tell your family and friends that you love them. You know, let's break down the weirdness of telling people that you love them because, you know, life's too short, right? So, romantic feelings for Monday and Tuesday. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Maybe this means you will have a new partner that comes into your life. Maybe there's somebody that you've been seeing for a while that has been feeling a little bit romantic with you. Maybe this is a good time for you to start exploring those feelings and exploring what you're ready for in a relationship and, you know, just seeing how things go, right? So that's for Monday and Tuesday there. Our second card for Wednesday and Thursday. So this card says, learning and forgiving. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So this card is all about basically what it said, forgiving and learning. So as you forgive any past harsh experiences that you've been through, maybe you have to forgive some heartbreak that you've gone through. Maybe you're just recently going through a breakup. This is a good time for you to forgive both yourself for whatever happened and everybody else that's involved there too. Forgive them for whatever experiences took place and really just know that everything that happened for a reason. And it's all part of lessons to learn about yourself and to learn what feels good for you and what doesn't feel good for you. And also about learning boundaries, I keep hearing. Learning, you know, what you will and will not do in a relationship, whether it is romantic or non-romantic. It's about being assertive and knowing what it is that you want from other people, what you expect from other people, and also what you are expecting from yourself. And it's also important to release and heal your past because you're experiencing more love in your present moments if you're able to do that. If you're able to let go of any burdens or any grudges that you're holding, that's just a lot of that heavy negative energy that hangs on to you for no reason. And don't get me wrong, forgiving somebody for what they've done doesn't mean that what they did was okay. It just means that you are no longer willing to hold that on your heart anymore. You don't deserve that. You deserve to feel light, and you forgive yourself and everybody else, and there's just so much to learn there. So allow yourself to forgive and let those things go and to accept those lessons and use them going forward as you explore those romantic feelings that we were talking about earlier in the week. You know, don't let things that have happened in the past get in the way of, you know, potential new partners that could be more healthy for you, potential friends that could be a great friendship, a lifetime friendship, or even just healing relationships with family in general. So an excellent card for Wednesday, Thursday there. I'll go ahead and flip over our card for the weekend. So this card is for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this card says past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this card, I feel like, is really just talking about, you know, people in your life that you feel like you've met somewhere before, or people that are, you meet them and you become friends and you just click like that. It's just a friendship that works for you. You get along, you like the similar interests, etc., etc. And so I feel like this card is also talking about your relationship with yourself and how you truly know who you are and what you're realizing about yourself. And also just exploring those romantic feelings. And this card could mean in particular for somebody out there that there is someone coming into your life. Maybe you've known them before in a past relationship, in a past life, something like that. Or maybe there's somebody new that you've never met before, but will feel very comfortable and will feel very safe for you. Maybe you'll meet them this weekend, you know? Keep your heart open, keep your ears open there. Don't close yourself off to love either. This card could also mean for anybody out there who is in a relationship that your current partner is somebody that you have known before in a past life. Basically, what this just means is that your souls kind of have a little bit of a connection in that way. You have similar interests, similar things that you care about. Maybe you're part of a similar soul group that has decided to come down to our lovely planet here at this time. So that's a great message for this week overall. Really just feels like getting to know yourself, exploring those romantic feelings that you're having. Maybe they're not exactly romantic and just rather getting to know new friends or healing relationships with family, and we're forgiving ourselves and we're learning lessons that we, you know, are required to learn based on the actions and things that we've been through. And because of that, we are having healthier relationships and we are feeling better about ourselves as we go into the weekend and feeling a little bit more ease into our romance and into those. Maybe you have some Valentine's Day plans. Maybe you have some plans with your lover. Maybe you have some plans with your friend. Really is up to you, but it's all about celebrating that love and that self-love for yourself and for others too. So that's a wonderful reading for this week from the Romance Angels Oracle Cards deck. Okay, so a great reading there. So if you have some romance questions or just want some general guidance from the romance angels here, you can call in for a short reading of your own. We have about 10 minutes remaining. The number here at the station is 604-485-0088. And don't be shy. You can ask your angels any question or even just ask them what you need to know for this upcoming week. So if you'd like a short reading of your own, you can give me a call here at the station at 604-485-0088. Don't be shy. Okay, listeners, we are on the air with William this evening, who has called in for a reading with the Romance Angels. Hi, Will. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, totally.
Okay, so do you have a specific question for your Romance Angels today, or are you kind of just calling in for whatever they want you to know right now?
No, I was just encouraged to call, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Okay, I'll go ahead and shuffle my deck here. So we're just asking the Romance Angels if they have anything that you need to know right now. One moment as I shuffle my cards here.
Thank you.
Okay, I've picked one card out for you. That one came out right away. Okay, got the second card. And our third card. Okay, so I'll go ahead and flip over our first card here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, our first card for you is the same first card as our weekly reading. So this card is romantic feelings. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I don't know if you're in a relationship or if you're single, but this card is basically just telling you that it's okay to have romantic feelings. It's okay to explore them. They are real. You shouldn't close them off, just because you think it's cheesy or you think it's, not manly enough, right? Your romantic feelings are real and they're worth exploring, and even feelings of love for yourself too. Don't be afraid to explore those feelings and those self-care practices that you do, because that's what it's all about, right? You have to fill your cup before you can fill anybody else's cup, right?
Oh, why, thank you.
Oh, okay. So our second card here. Oh, interesting. So this one says getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this card could be speaking literally toward a relationship, whether it's a new relationship or an old relationship. Just kind of getting to know your partner better, revealing things about yourselves, maybe different interests and things that you're into. But it could also talk about getting to know yourself a bit better too. Like, have you been feeling like maybe you need to take some time on your own, maybe just get out of the house for a while and explore, get some fresh air, those things. Just getting to know, yourself, right? Getting to know yourself before you can, go into your relationship and be better at your relationship.
Interesting.
So
cool.
great cards to go together. And your last card here. Children. Interesting. So it says that your love life is being affected by children. So don't panic if you don't have kids or you're not planning for kids. I feel like this card could be talking about your inner child in particular. It's kind of how we were talking about getting to know yourself better. It's kind of going back and asking your inner child what they would do. You know, like that feeling of having a crush or feeling excited about, you know, meeting somebody cute or getting cooties from somebody. So I feel like that's what it's talking about for you. But it literally could mean that your kids are getting in the way of having a good love life with your partner. It could mean maybe you just need to take some time, just the two of you. Maybe Valentine's Day is approaching. Maybe it's a good time to leave the kids with grandma and grandpa and just, you know, rekindle your relationship with one another.
Oh, why, thank you.
It could also mean that you have kids in your near future, but don't quote me on this. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so that was a great reading for you. Lots of romantic feelings coming up, getting to know each other, getting to know yourself, and children, whether that means your inner child or actual children. So I would encourage you this week to take some time to look deeper into yourself or maybe plan something romantic for you and your partner. So,
why, thank you.
So I hope you have a great week. Thanks for calling in, William.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, some great readings this week with the Romance Angels. It's been so great to be here and talk with our special guest speaker, Haley, tonight about addictions and talking about love, self-love, and self-care. And thank you for listening, everybody. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit back and listen to me spew my thoughts on air. Thank you again, CJMP, for being so awesome and putting me on air. Please, if you have a few dollars laying around, check out cjmp.ca to find out how you can help sustain the station or even a full program schedule. Even if you have your ideas for future programming, we are always looking for new talent, new things to put on the radio. If you have a few dollars to spare, please consider becoming a sustaining member. We will be forever grateful to you. If you like the music on my show today, it was a song called Abyss by an artist called Gray Houston. He's awesome. You can find lots of his other work on YouTube. He does lots of ambient and kind of relaxing trance music. And of course, if you have any feedback for my show or you have something you think should be added to the Mind, Body, Spirit resource list, please send me an email at angelsandyourreadings@gmail.com. And of course, check me out on Facebook if you haven't already at facebook.com/angelsandyou333 to see my full website. You just have to go to the Facebook page, click the Learn More button, which will take you there. Also on my website, you can click the Angels and You radio link, and that will take you to the direct SoundCloud page where I post a recording of each week's show. You can check out my Instagram as well, which is Angels and You, where I post all of my daily cards from Monday to Friday. And of course, please feel free to contact me if you would like a private reading with me and your angels and guides. I am sending you so much love and light here from above the bowling alley in Powell River at CJMP 90.1 FM. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. here on CJMP. Angel blessings. Have a fabulous week.